Well, greetings, dear ones. We are, as always, very pleased to have this time to speak with you today. And so this week, our writer visited Chaco Canyon in New Mexico, and this is the site of the remains of a very great and extensive set of structures built by the ancestors of the Pueblo people. And these were created for dwelling, for trade, for sacred ceremony. The construction of these beautifully classical structures began more than 1,000 years ago and took several centuries to complete. The area is still powerfully resonant with the energies of the star nations who assisted the ancient Pueblo, who were then the Anasazi people. They assisted them in creating large buildings called great houses. This was a civilization centered around the sustenance of family, community, sacred ritual, and forward leaps in consciousness aided by the teachings and presence of star beings. The buildings and roads were created to parallel and to flow with the power of star and planetary alignments. Full awareness of their meanings was offered by the star beings who assisted these ones. And so what can Chacoan culture and other star-influenced sacred sites created long ago offer you now in the present day? Are the star beings who guided the ancient Pueblo, the Anasazi, still present in that area today, you might be wondering? And at this time, a similar connection of star beings with humanity is again occurring, though not always so openly. Your star brothers and sisters are still present in that part of the world, as they are present nearly everywhere on the earth. You are awakening and remembering who you are as transplanted star beings, just as you are learning of galactic family members in modern Earth life. Your star families also evolve. They too are on a path to ascend further. ET involvement in human life has never ended, though the weapons of your modern world governments used against star family have grown more destructive as the centuries have gone on. This is a complex situation. The old power crowd also has its star connections and has engaged advanced technology in galactic warfare at different times in Earth history. Yet the timeline you are on now is increasingly melding with that of the fifth dimensional timeline. And this, as they say, changes everything. So that even though you still see the appearance of the old 3D around you, the energetics of your world are now rising to where the old forms, the old 3D shadow and density, are quickly fading. The old constructs which held you in the dark or in a false fear of your galactic families are now quickly dissolving. There's a snowball effect as the light pouring in from your sun Sol moves to ever higher frequencies. The codes within the light particles speak to every cell of the human body and spirit, and these are calling all of you up to higher vibrations with increasing soul recognitions and awakenings. You then deeply plant that light into Earth's energetic resonance, as well as into human mass consciousness. And so the old oppressive forms of control are rapidly disintegrating, even as the former power structure works hard to get a few last charges out of them. So these ancient sites have been awakening for some time. Higher energetic transmissions were long ago sent into the land with messaging that would reach the spirit and subconscious of any who walked that land, anywhere on Earth's timeline. As any of you travel to these sites now, your life energies are renewed and reintegrated with the energies of highly charged land, air, and water. The timelessness of the sacred rituals performed there ensures you are also blessed with increased awareness and soul connection. The Anasazi were not a people to take lightly the power and presence of sacred ritual and symbolic meanings. To them, this was living presence. This was creator presence. And they demonstrated the flow of divine energies through their own beings, using dance, drumming, song, chants, prophetic channeled insights. As you walk these sacred sites now, you subconsciously absorb the events that occurred there, and you may feel changed by the surrounding energies, speaking to you through the earth beneath your feet. You have visited many sacred sites without realizing it, places long ago paved over, ignored, or replaced with modern buildings and uses. Still, the energies remain. Treat all of your earth as sacred, dear ones, and you will not miss the power and resonance of the land, air, fire, and water. Many similar shifts also occur often in your dream state. The dream world has always been a powerful portal for shamanic awakenings, as if a volcano had erupted within the depths of spirit night travel, outside the bounds of time and space. Canyons were helpful for sacred sites because sounds would reverberate through the rock formations, bouncing from one side of the canyon to the other. And so the words spoken and the blessings and awakenings and ceremonial gifts shared would intentionally remain within the frequencies of the rocks, just as surely as the images carved into the rocks would remain. Even those drawings, now called petroglyphs, that are now obscured by time, remain in the energetic frequencies of the rocks, still speaking to all who pass by. And so the visitors gifted with the messages and insights of a highly conscious and aware people, as if they spoke in a soul language you're able to comprehend, though you may not consciously know what you've just absorbed. And so you might wonder, did the people of this era know what would become of us and the earth in this current era? Were they given an aerial view, not only of their own land and places where they built sacred sites, but of the earth in general? Did they visit the stars with their soul families? And did the aerial view include a vision that was not time-bound? Could they see, in other words, life on earth as modern folk see and experience it now? Most assuredly, many did. And they have been concerned for Earth's and humanity's well-being for centuries, and so have assisted humanity within the bounds of universal law and in ways that would not draw fire from Earth weaponry. Thousands who lived an Earth life during the several centuries of Chaco's construction did indeed see many modern conflicts coming, as well as the machinations of those who have now lost their false power hold. Many decided to return at this time to assist in the sowing of the light seeds into Earth and human consciousness. You will recognize your own Earth mission here, Starseed. We see these light seeds planted by Starseed and light beings all around the Earth, in various forms, in all areas of life, including high vibrational music and tonal frequencies, and in simple acts of kindness. You're carrying forth light source teachings by your very presence. These are soul-based higher learnings. Many of you were present amongst the Anasazi and other tribal nations in centuries past. And so you resonate intuitively with much that you see celebrated even now by those called Indigenous. In truth, that is all of you, though your current earth body may not resemble the life you lived in an ancient culture. Yet your determination to assist in the planet's ascension and her return to sacred conscious connection to divinity is powerfully there. The goddess is here and awakening all to her presence. So one need not be native, as they say, in order to remember the earth's divinity, one's own divinity, and the nature of all things, to flow into and from the great stream of light that flows throughout your universe. The sacred sites of Egypt, of South America, of Europe, of Antarctica, of North America, Australia, all continents are awakened now. Their portals, light cities, stargates, and other higher energetic transmissions are all glowing with life once again. They are ready to carry the good thoughts and blessings of your own gifted spirit to beings anywhere in the universe. It is so that numerous messages are still sent each day in your media and via energetic transmissions that are still in the hands of those in shadow, those under a limited amount of time to return to the light. Yet these messages are losing their effectiveness as so many awaken to what is really occurring on the planet now. You are not needing the mental programming of media outlets any more than those who built the many large and impressive structures of Chaco Canyon needed to be told how to think. They were beautifully grounded in the realization that their very bodies were as flutes that spirit blew breath into. They welcomed the vibration of the notes as sacred and empowering, full of life and new forms of growth. The sacred sites held this and other powerful roles, and most of you will remain on Earth long enough to learn how to draw certain energetic properties out of the Earth and from connection to stars and star beings. And in this way, a sacred space can be created and revered nearly anywhere. This is what the most brilliant artists and other creative folks are discovering now. Many are thrilled at the prospect of creating a light-filled place of thanks for inner journeys and heart-based realization in even the simplest and most mundane of settings. Are these astounding moments open to you as well? Most assuredly they are. Begin by blessing every glass of water you drink with pure light and the energies of love and thankfulness. Bless the bed you lie in at night with the presences of peaceful healing, renewal, and star travel. Bless your vehicle and other modes of travel with light, healing, thanks for how well these serve you. Bless your clothing, your body and its movements, your mind and emotions. Bless and thank your loved ones each day in your heart-mind for all they are and all they have given you, especially those connections that feel troubled and uncertain. All of these are outpourings of the divine. And all of these have been assisted by star nations and your soul families since humanity first appeared on Earth. Now is the time to recognize the sacredness and higher love behind all you see and experience. You may wish to engage in drumming, in song, in writing or dance, to reconnect with that great flow of light you call on now in your sleep and in your waking hours. These and many other expressions are natural to you. Your spirit will remember even if your conscious mind does not. So sit by a stream, a lake, a river. Let a song flow forth that expresses your connection to this divine expression of beauty. You'll be surprised at how quickly the memory rises within you. The words may be in some language you do not recognize, yet as you progress on your path, you will comprehend them. As these sacred sites awaken and as you plant more joy and ask for greater connection to star nations, you will experience greater connection to not only the places you have blessed, but also the planetary hotspots, as they're called, that have been portals to star civilizations for many centuries. As these awaken, any connection you had to these will also awaken. You will remember the presences you learned from there and the messages, teachings, and technologies they brought forth. This era has only begun to open a great door to these moments. Treasure them as they appear, dear ones. Yet they are not the story in and of themselves, any more than mass landings of ET ships are the full story. They are one path. There are many. Remembering that you are a star being long connected to a planet that has been subjected to very low frequencies for thousands of years. This is only the start of your adventure. More await you, and so long as you call in higher light as your guide, you will move into increasing levels of joy in the revelations flowing to you now. Many of you are connected to the Ashtar Command as Earth crew who volunteered to support the efforts of the light forces in establishing the new Earth. As we have said many times, rather than awaiting a new Earth, grab the reins and plant it now. Be the conscious living flute through which the breath of the divine is flowing. Be the willing creator of song and sound frequencies that echo through all of human life. All of it awaits you. None of it will be denied. Namaste, friends who are family. We send much love, and we are with you always.